Manga-Waido.
My name is Kanako Oba. My husband's name is Shigeru. We've been married for 18 years. I regret so much that I chose this man to be my husband, because Shigeru is now unemployed. On top of that. Shigeru, how was your last interview?
Sorry, I didn't get the job.
He can't even find a new job. What's going to happen now? At the time I met Shigeru, I was working as a clerk at a certain company. Shigeru came to work there as a salesman. Over the course of our conversations, I became attracted to Shigeru's sincerity. When I confessed my feelings to him, he said, "Are you sure you're okay with me?" We dated for a year and got married. Soon after, our daughter Kaori was born. Shigeru did the laundry and cleaning for me because I wasn't good at it, and he did a great job raising our child. I thought I was happy to have met a truly kind man. But Shigeru's company management collapsed, and it was merged with another company. The company in restructure laid off Shigeru in exchange for a small severance payment. After that, it's been just like this. When he doesn't have an interview, he often stays at home in a daze. You've been at home a lot lately. Are you really job hunting?
I am. It just so happens that today was the only day I didn't have an interview.
I hate to say this, but it's not cool. Living on my money? Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Mom's right. You're so pathetic, Dad. You should be more grateful to Mom for providing for you.
I'm sorry.
Fine. If you're gonna be home all day, do all the housework.
Yeah, I know.
Shigeru then managed to find a new job, but his salary was drastically reduced. I didn't hear about such a pay cut.
Sorry, but I got a new job, so forgive me.
Whatever. Since you're making less money, you're gonna have to do all the housework.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want such a lame dad. I wish I had a cooler dad. When I was sick of seeing Shigeru's face like that, a relative of mine named Reiko started coming to visit us. Reiko was the daughter of the main family line and the prettiest girl among my relatives. I knew that she had always wanted to go into show business. Oh, that's right, Auntie. I recently started working as a model. Wow, that's great. The office is close by. Can I stay here tonight? Of course. Tell me about your modeling career. Sure. Reiko's presence brightened up the house at once, and Kaori seemed to enjoy it too. I could forget about my bad mood too. Eventually, Reiko began to spend most of the week at our house. But one day...
About Reiko-san? She stays at our place almost every day, doesn't she?
So what?
You know, I can't relax when she's around.
Are you saying Riku's a nuisance?
No, it's not that she's a nuisance, but it's just that I have to be considerate.
Riku's my relative. Why do you have to be concerned about my family? Maybe Dad's interested in Riku. What? You're looking at her that way?
No, it's not like that.
You're the worst. I can't believe you.
I told you it's not like that.
Shigeru desperately denied it, but his flustered look seemed suspicious. I told Riku this fact. Naturally, she began to avoid Shigeru. But she would cower when she passed Shigeru, and would keep her distance when he came into the room. But Shigeru was apparently not amused and complained to me. I just did what was natural.
Anyway, if Reiko-san doesn't like me, she doesn't have to come stay the night.
What's that? Why is it Riku's fault?
Reiko-san lives in her house most of the time. It's like having an extra family member in the house and it's hurting our finances. Long showers, air conditioning, hair dryers. It's like she doesn't even mind.
She's my relative. Don't talk about her like she's a thief. Let me make this clear. Talking to Riko-san makes me feel better, unlike with you. She relieves my stress, and you're the cause of my stress, right? What? You're a low-income, no-good man. Don't tell me what to do.
I see.
Ugh, I shouldn't have married you. You're the worst. I don't even want to look at you anymore. Shigeru seemed shocked by my true feelings, but I didn't care. I complained to Riku about what Shigeru said to me. Shigeru is so gloomy, and he has a creepy look in his eyes. Kanako-san, why did you marry him? He used to work for a big company with a good salary. When he was young, he was fit and pretty handsome. Now he's just a dull old man. You're still young and beautiful. Why don't you just move on to a better guy? Yeah, Mom, you should remarry a handsome guy. Don't tease me like that, both of you. But a handsome, young husband might be attractive. Ah, Mom's on a roll! I'm just kidding. I forgot about Shigeru's depressed face and enjoyed the girls' talk. Then one day...
Kaneko, I need to talk to you.
What?
You've been talking about me a lot lately. I can hear everything you're saying.
What? Eavesdropping? Gross.
I heard you want to remarry a young man or something, and it makes me uncomfortable listening.
If you don't like what people say about you, why don't you work on yourself more? Mom's right, Dad. If it's true, you're lame and dull, so there's nothing you can do about it. If you feel bad about it, you should work harder. Shigeru always shuts up when Kaori and I both talk back. I was sure that he'd be dreary and say nothing again. That's what I thought. But this day was different.
That's enough! I'm the one paying the rent, and I didn't give her permission to stay here, so don't let that woman stay here anymore!
What? This is my house too. Reiko is my relative. I gave her permission to stay here, so you have no right to complain. That's right. Reiko is doing her best as a model, so it's only natural for you to support her. You're such a small man. If you don't like it, why don't you just leave? Go to a capsule hotel or something. If you have the guts to leave. I'm sure we'd be a lot more comfortable without you here.
Fine, I'll leave.
What?
You're gonna pay the rent, right? I'm not paying for a house I don't live in.
Yeah, sure. We can live on what I make. We'd have a better life without you, Dad.
And I'll put the lease in your name too, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I'm the one who should be thanking you.
What? Shigeru packed his bags and actually left. Yay! The annoying thing is gone. Good for you, Mom. Yeah. Since it's that timid Shigeru, he's bound to come back soon after cooling his head. If he doesn't, then every time I came home from work, I opened the door with a pounding heart. Today's the day Shigeru should be home, I thought, and entered the house. But Shigeru didn't come back even after 3 months. He seems to be going to work, but I don't know where he's living. I had to do all the housework that Shigeru used to do. Kaori doesn't help me at all, and Riku, perhaps disgusted with the messy house, gradually stopped coming over. Shigeru, it's not fair of you to force me to do everything. I called Shigeru after some determination. It's me. Hey, you're not coming back yet?
You told me to leave, didn't you? What do you want now?
Why don't you stop being so mad at me? Don't act like a child.
I'm living comfortably on my own. I'm not going back. Is that all?
Wait, the house is a mess. The floor is sticky and it smells funny, and the other day there were bugs and Kaori got angry. And when it comes to the laundry, Kaori gets mad at me because she says my way of doing the laundry damages the clothes.
The bill for making me do everything came due?
Also, money is a little tight. It's tough.
You're the one who said you could handle it.
I did, but I didn't think you'd be gone this long, so...
Even if you can pay the rent and utilities on your salary, you can't afford food and entertainment for Kaori, can you? And the monthly fees for the gym you go to.
That's right. Hey, if you understand, why don't you come home?
I don't want to. I'm divorcing you.
Huh?
What? You thought you could get back on good terms with me after you mistreated me so much?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
And I don't want to live with a woman who's cheating on me.
What? I broke out in a cold sweat at the unexpected words.
You've been seeing that guy from the gym a lot, haven't you?
How do you...
I noticed you were coming home late after you mentioned something about remarrying a younger man, so I went through your phone and I found some exchanges.
No, I didn't meet him with that intention.
Then why did you go to a love hotel? I'm telling you, I have all the evidence I need.
No. It's true that when I was frustrated because I was arguing with Shigeru, I had several such relationships with instructors who were kind to me. But I never thought Shigeru would find out.
I couldn't decide when to tell you, but thank God you kicked me out. I'll see you next time at the divorce settlement.
A few days later, Shigeru came back to our house to talk. Kaori, who didn't know what was going on, bursted into a storm when she saw Shigeru's face.
Dad, come back here and do the chores. That's all you can do.
Sorry, I'm not coming back. That's what I came here to tell you.
What?
Kaori, we're getting a divorce.
What? You're kidding. Right, Mom?
I'll give you a share of the property, but you'll have to pay me the alimony for the affair.
Mom, you were cheating?
I'm sorry.
You can offset the property division and alimony, although you won't get your share if you do. Kaori, that's what it is. I'll pay for you to graduate from high school, but if you want to go to college, you'll have to get a part-time job and save up the money yourself. That's how I went to college. You can do it too.
No.
Hey, Shigeru, don't be mean and come back. I'll apologize, so let's start over.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Dad. I was just being a little rebellious. Let's get along again.
You were the ones who asked me to leave, weren't you? If you insist, I'll make that woman Reiko pay for all the utilities, food, and my wine that she opened and drank without my permission. If you don't want to do that, then just go along with it.
Nothing more could be said. I signed and sealed the divorce papers that were presented to me. The property I was supposed to get was set off against the alimony, and I didn't end up getting a dime. I have to move out of this apartment because the rent is too high. Kaori gets angry and throws things. I get depressed and make a lot of mistakes at work. It was the worst. But there was still hope. If I went back to my parents' house, I could live a little better. But that plan soon went down the drain. To Riku, we're divorced because of you. What are you going to do? Pay me alimony. When I complained, she cried to the main family saying, my aunt said terrible things to me. The main family's grandfather is very protective of Riku, so he was furious. My parents, who didn't want to upset the main family, didn't protect me and insisted on insulating me. In the end, I couldn't go back to my parents' house, and Kaori and I had to live in a shabby apartment.
It's all your fault, Mom.
You said terrible things to Shigeru too, Kaori.
It's all your fault for cheating. This is the worst.
After that, Riku's modeling business didn't go well, and she was cheated out of a lot of money by a guy who brought her a great offer. That's the rumor I heard, but I don't care what happens to that woman. Anyway, how am I going to get through this week's rent payment? The balance now is, no matter how many times I looked at the bank book, the numbers never went up.